Hey, Facebook, how in the world are you doing? I know your name's not really Facebook. You're Bob and Mary and Jason and Cindy and Julie and yeah. So anyway, listen, I wanted to hop on here real quick and tell you a quick story. I want to tell you first. I'm going to tell you two stories. One story is about when I personally went to Grant's office, Grant Cardone's office. What's up, Glenn Caldwell, Danielle Rowe, and of course, Danielle already shared this out. Holly Vaughn, how in the world are you? What's up, Jim Weaver? So, listen, let me tell you guys a story. I did a live Periscope. This is way before Facebook Live existed. I did a Periscope right after I spent about 2.5, 3 hours in Grant's office. Hey, Janelle, how are you? Good to see you. I went down to Miami. I won a trip on Grant's private jet. And when his COO called to schedule all of that, I said, you know what? Why don't I just fly down there and save you guys the time and gas? And I will fly down there. I'd love to just, spend a couple of hours with Grant. Well, Grant always over delivers. So I went down there and spent 3 hours with Grant. And it was unreal. It was life changing for me. And I literally, when I walked away, I was numb. I mean, I did a Periscope afterwards and I was numb. I don't even remember what I said on the Periscope. I vaguely remember leaving his office because it literally, we talked about so many things with business and strategy that it changed my life. It completely changed me forever. I'll never be the same person again. And that leads me into, I have a buddy of mine on here, Jason Alt. A lot of you know him. A lot of you have actually met him. And I want to bring Jason on. Jason, welcome. I appreciate you being on, brother.
Yeah, what is going on, Ken? How are you?
Dude, we're here to tell stories about Grant Cardone. Do you know that guy?
This guy right here? I
Yeah.
know that
Oh,
guy.
you know that dude?
Yeah, man.
So, dude, Jason is, or Jason, Grant is, dude, he's intense. And I know you and your company and your dad, everybody, you guys put this 10X Columbus event together. And man, you've got GC himself coming in.
In
And
the
I,
flesh.
I don't think, here's the problem, man. I don't think that people understand. I don't think they truly understand. I just got done eating dinner with my wife. You're still at the office, so you haven't done that yet. But
Have not.
I just got done eating dinner and I was talking to and Abigail was sitting there, our little girl, and she said, "So what am I going to learn at this Grant Cardone thing?" Abigail says that. I go, "You're
That's
going to
awesome.
learn how to be a better closer." And she goes, "I can already close." I said, "You'll be even better after this, trust me." But it's completely like life changing, right? Like when
It
you're
is.
in, like I told Jill, I said, I know you've seen Grant on video. I know that, I get it, but Jill's never seen him live. She's never seen him
Oh,
in
really?
person. Yeah. So I
Nice.
said, you're gonna leave there and go, wow, what just happened? Right?
Oh,
Like
dude, you're going to leave fired up, and not just because you're motivated, but you're just ready to go out and conquer the frickin' world.
it's and it's and Grant says this, and I agree with this. He says if you're afraid of selling, or there's just, it's something that you don't know. You're missing information. There's something you don't
Right.
know, right? If your closing percentage is only 30 or 40% or whatever, there's just something that you are unaware of. There's information that you're missing. And that's
Right.
what the dude delivers, right? So I'm and by the way, thank you. I can't see who's sharing this out, but if you've shared this out, you get a little hash mark in the you rock column. So thank you for that. But you and I've been swapping stories about our experiences with Grant. And you told me a story about when you guys were down at his boot camp in Miami. I want
Yeah.
people to understand first that this Columbus event is not about Grant getting on stage and trying to sell you on buying Cardone University or anything else.
Zero selling from stage.
Right. It's a boot camp. This is a
Yeah.
boot camp. 1 day boot camp, something he's never done. But tell everybody the story about what happened. This blew my mind. Tell everybody about what happened when you guys were at the boot camp in Miami, and you said because you were front row, right?
Front row, and I was sitting with a guy that I had just met right beside me as well in the front row. And I believe it was the morning of day two. It's because it's a 3-day boot camp when you're with Grant in Miami. And we were talking about building a team. And Grant goes, raise your hand if you have someone in your company right now that is stealing from you because they're taking time, they're not delivering to your customers, so they're actually stealing from you. And people raised their hand. We raised our hand, but Grant happened to pick the guy beside me. He's in the pest control industry. Grant jumps off stage and he goes, I want you to fire him right now. And the guy beside me looks at Grant going, what? And he goes, here's my phone. Call your office right now and fire him. And so the guy stands up. They bring him, a mic runner brings him a mic. And, Grant goes, okay, here's the number, dials it. And this guy picks up the phone. He's just nervous. He's shaking, sweating. I mean, because he's got 1,000 people watching him.
Yeah.
But then he's getting ready to do this, and it's being recorded. Johnny the camera guy's got a camera in his face. And he calls up and he goes, hey, Mary, so-and-so, whatever the receptionist's name was, put, the VP of Ops on the phone. I forget their name. And he goes, I need you to bring so-and-so back because this is a pest control industry.
Yeah.
So this guy's out in a service truck. I need you to bring him back, and he's fired. Take his keys. He's gone. And they go, why? He goes, because it's been a long time coming, and he's stealing from our company, and he's not going to do it anymore because Grant Cardone told me so, and then hung up the phone.
That dude.
The craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. And to this day, I text this guy every July now, and I go, dude, you inspired me that day.
That's awesome, man. So
Crazy.
that's what, like, people don't get what this is. This is a boot camp, man.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is the 10X Columbus event is not just a rah rah, hey, you're going to leave here feeling great because you got to high five Grant or get a picture with him or whatever. That's going to help you feel great probably, but it's more about strategy. It's about, like, you're going to be given, like, he's going to teach strategy on how to improve your business, improve your sales, everything.
100%. Same day, he said, how many people, think they got their phone scripts down? And by this time, I'm like, I don't know if I should raise my hand this time because he's going to make an example out of me. But, I raised my hand. He didn't end up picking us, but he picked another guy and he goes, what's your company's phone number? Grant dials it from his cell phone and he starts putting it to the test. Some people go, well, there's no one here in sales. They're at lunch. Grant hangs up. He goes, guys, that's not the answer. And another person goes, as a window company, and Grant calls up, yeah, so, can you get me pricing? Well, I don't know. What are you looking for? He goes, I don't know. I just want some price. Like, he was just grilling them, because they were failing their phone scripts. That is literally the type of stuff that he goes through at this event. And, at 10X Columbus, he'll go through as well as practical boot camp steps. He'll put you on the fire and say, guys, we're going to break your stuff and fix it the right way. And, dude, I've never been to an event like it.
And here's the thing, bro. Like, you and I both own businesses, and we talk. You're one of my best friends in the world. I consider you that. You probably hate me secretly, but that's all right.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. But, like, we're really tight, and I'm like, dude, I've had people in my company, and I mean, I can tell you a story about that too. When back, I mean, Grant did some quasi coaching with me here and there, and I had some problems with people in my company, and I honestly, dude, I just didn't have the nerve, man. I just didn't.
Right.
When you're a business owner, you're juggling so many balls at the same time that It's like, okay, I have this employee. They started off great, and then 6 months later, they're lazy. I kind of feel like they're freeloading. They're not doing what they're supposed to do, and all of these. And then, like, it's like you ignore it because it's easier to ignore it than address
Right.
it. Am I right? Am I wrong about
Dude,
that?
it's absolutely right. You don't want to tackle the issue head on.
Right. Right, dude. And that's where I think, if you own a business or if you're in sales, like that, you need somebody to kick you in the rear end. You need somebody that can help you see through all the smog of
Yeah.
owning your company, because look, it's very difficult when you're the owner of the company, or you're doing you're doing your job, right? If you're in sales or whatever, like, it's
Right.
very, very difficult to be objective. It's very difficult. And so when, I mean, I had the executive VP of my company, like, leave, right? And quit.
Yeah.
And I was freaking out, man, because it was a mass exodus with some other things. And I mean, I was freaking out. So I left Grant a voicemail, and he calls me back, and he's like, "Congrats on the VP quit." And I'm like, "What?
What are you
How can you
talking
be
about?
saying congratulations? Are you gonna come up here and run this? Because I'm screwed now." And he's like, "Oh no, man, you got all the bad energy out now, dude. You can freaking build it the way you want to build it, and build it the way it needs to be built." And he
That's
was
right.
1,000% right. Hey, there's Tim Pam Alt. What's up, Tim Pam Alt? You know that dude?
I think I know that guy for a couple of
I
years.
love that dude. Love that dude. So, that's some of the stuff that I don't think people understand, that,
No.
this isn't just a rah conference. This is a, hey, let's dig in. Let's
Yep.
let's put our work boots on. It's called a boot camp. Let's
Yeah.
get busy here. Let's figure out what's going on with your business, and how we can correct any course of action, how we can get things moving in the right direction for you, get them going well. That's what this is
That's
about.
right. Dude,
So,
100%. To your point, it isn't a rah-rah conference. It's not just about, coming up with a couple, key sayings and motivational phrases. This
no.
isn't Growth Con. Nothing against Growth Con. We go to that too, but
Yeah.
this is rolling your sleeves up. You're going to get uncomfortable because it's going to expose the things in your business that you don't want to deal with, but Grant makes you deal with them because that's how you're going to get better. And this is the event that really was the catalyst for us kind of brainchilding this event. Actually, my dad was the one that kind of had this idea, going, look, every business needs to have the accessibility to Grant Cardone's boot camp. How can we do that? And thus the culmination of 10x Columbus.
Dude, this is going to be a phenomenal event. I mean, it really is. I don't think that, I think there's a lot of people that have already signed up. They've gotten their tickets already. There's only a handful of the VIPs left. I know that. You
Yep.
don't have many of the $97 ones left. Are you still doing the buy one get one half off on the executive seating, or?
Yeah, the executive seats are BOGO, buy one get one 50% off. I think it's BOGO50,
Is the
and so you're
code?
basically is the code, and so you're
Okay.
basically paying half price for the second ticket. Because as Grant was talking about on a live stream that he did with us yesterday, we were in LA with him. He said, look, you shouldn't be at this event by yourself. You have a best friend, you have a coworker, you have a boss, you have a spouse, also your boss. You have
Yeah.
you're the owner of a business, so you probably have a VP or a co-business partner. You need to learn together. So one, you're starting that culture, because a culture of one isn't a culture. But two,
Yeah.
so you also have an accountability partner, and then whether you work together or not, you can hold each other accountable to what you're going to learn this day.
I totally agree. And what about the people? Hey, if you're watching this stream right now and you have not gotten your ticket to this, drop a one in the comments if you've been thinking about it. If you've been thinking about getting a ticket, drop a one. Just do it. Come on. Come
Don't
on,
be
be the
shy.
first one. Be the first one. Drop it in there. So, Jason, yeah. Dude, I can hook you up. I can hook you up. Holly
You,
Vaughn, one. Who else? Somebody else drop a one also. Who else?
I know there's some others out there.
Oh, heck yeah, there are. Tim Alt. You guys. Tim, I can get you a deal, man. I know the owners. I know the guys. So Anthony Furnace dropped a one.
Nice.
So let me ask you a question. Why?
Yeah.
Why not
Why
you?
what?
I want to know. Because you put a one in, but that's why have you not committed to getting a ticket? Is there what's the reason? What's the objection? Is
There's
it
only two.
huh?
There's only two reasons someone hasn't made it yet.
Why? What are they?
They're nervous to commit the time and or the money or both.
Okay. Is there any other reason that anybody wants to throw out there for real?
Yeah,
This
man.
this I really want to know why somebody wouldn't be committed to this already. I mean, even if it's just a $97 ticket, it's $97. And honestly, if you want to change your business, really change your business, change the trajectory of your career, like man, this is an unbelievable opportunity. And it's a
Absolutely.
Midwest town here in Columbus, Ohio. And Holly, you don't have to go alone. We will be here. We will be here, Holly. Um,
That's right.
and hey, if you don't want to go alone, buy two tickets and bring somebody.
There you
Hey,
go.
Holly, you've got daughters. My little girl's going to be there. We're pulling her out of school. If that, we're pulling her out of school that day, and because
Both
I
of my
think she's
kids are
going to
missing
learn.
field day to come.
What's that?
Both of my girls are missing their field day to be at this event because not because we want them to be, because they want to be. It's
They
their
want.
own choice to miss field day.
That's right. I mean, look, and honestly, I don't care. Like, you can go to school for the next 5 years. I think they're gonna learn a whole lot more at a conference like this with Grant Cardone teaching than they're
That's
going
right.
to at any school. Sorry to all you teachers. Love y'all. Love what you do. Appreciate you. But this is serious. So Anthony Furnace, why haven't you? What's your objection? What's your reason? Why is it that you haven't done it yet? Bill Have is on the stream. What's up, Bill? Matt Smith is in the house. What's going on? Rhonda Austin, what's happening? So look, tell me why. What's stopping you? What is it? What's preventing you from getting into this? I mean, you're just not committed, not committed yet. We're 2 weeks away from this. We are literally 2 weeks away from this, and like for those of you that just joined, listen, tell the story real quick again about what
Yeah.
happened. Don't mention the guy's name,
No.
but what 14-hour round trip for me, dude. Spend the night, man. It'll be awesome. Where are you coming from,
Okay.
Anthony? But Jason, go ahead and tell
Yeah.
the story about what happened at the boot camp again for those that
So
just joined.
we were at boot camp last year in Miami, Grant's 3-day boot camp, sitting front row because you have to pay for access. You have to get around those in power. And, there's a guy next to me, and Grant was going into about, do you have employees or, employees that you're in charge of at your business that are stealing from you? And I don't mean necessarily monetarily, taking cash out of the till, but, they're wasting time. They're servicing your customers poorly. They're just wasting energy and not adopting to your positive culture. And, a ton of people raised their hands. We raised our hands, but the guy next to me raised his, and Grant goes, "You stand up." Okay, let's fire this guy. Grant jumps off the stage, hands him his phone, and goes, "You need to fire this guy right now. Here, what's his number?" Grant dials it on his phone, and this guy is shaking. He's sweating. Johnny, the camera guy's in his face with the camera recording this thing. He's on a microphone in front of 500 people, and he goes, operator answers, or receptionist, "Hey, pull guy off the street. This is a service-based company in a truck, and he goes, "You need to bring him back in. He's fired. Hand him the keys. He's gone. He's been wasting our time. He's been wasting our culture. It's time for him to go." And that's the type of things you're going to learn and be put to the test with at this event. Grant's going to literally pull the covers back and find out what needs to be fixed, and he's going to force you to fix it so you can get better.
And so that's what you're gonna experience. You're gonna experience like digging in stuff into your business so you can,
That's right.
and seeing other people being interacted with helps you in your business. And Anthony, I've been to Iowa, man. I spent an entire month in Des Moines one time. I really did. I spent a month out
Nice.
there. So it's windy out there, bro. It's real windy in Iowa. But so here's my question for anybody that, so Anthony, that's what, a 7 hour drive ish, somewhere in there. But if I said, hey man, drive over to Columbus, Ohio, and I'm gonna hand you $1 million, and then you drive back home, would you do it? Would you do it, Jason? Would you drive 7 hours for $1 million?
100%. And by the way, this is a good time to mention this. When we were in LA yesterday, or at least our video guy
Yeah.
with Grant dropped this nugget that I had no idea he was going to mention. He said, "Look, come to this event,
Oh yeah.
buy the ticket. If you're not satisfied by noon by the time we break for lunch, come see me personally, and I will personally refund you your cost of your ticket, the travel cost for you to get here, and buy you lunch."
Yeah.
Talk about putting
And,
your money where your mouth is.
and let's face it. I mean, here's the reality of it, okay? If you knew, unequivocally knew in the bottom of your heart, in the depths of your soul, that you were going to walk away and be able to add another $1 million, or even another $100,000 to your pocket, to your
Yeah,
bottom line, to your profits, if you knew deep in your heart and soul that were going to be the case, you wouldn't hesitate. You would be there. No
that's
matter
right.
what the cost of the ticket was, you'd buy the VIP, which is only $8.97. So like you would be there no matter what. So what I'm saying to you is, look, you guys all know who Grant Cardone is. Most of you on here have followed him. Most of you have heard of him. But what I'm saying to you is, you will get multi-million dollar ideas and strategies from being at this conference.
That's
You
right.
will get multi-million dollar ideas and strategies that you can take back and immediately implement in your business, in your career, in your companies, and whatever it is that you're doing, and change your life. It will change the trajectory of your life. And Grant did say it yesterday. Bill, you guys should do 75 hard, but you should also buy a ticket and be here in Columbus. Frank Crenitti's coming, bro. Frank Crenitti's going to be here. As a matter of fact, Frank Cornetti and I are going to do a live stream about this tomorrow night. So
Nice.
like there is no reason in the world. And Bill Have, you should definitely be here, man, for sure. Bring the baby and Claire and everything, dude. So no breastfeeding, and I'm kidding. So he's always posting funny pictures. He's a trip, dude. Bill, I'd love to have you come over though, man. It'd be awesome. But I mean, especially since you can get general, or the super savers are only $97 right now. But
Yeah.
Bill, you're more of a VIP dude. I mean, those are only $8.97, bro. Come on, man. Come on, Bill. If you have to have it, Bill has it. So, look, you've got to put down all of the fears. He put some laughing faces. You got to put not put down the fears, dude. Everybody has fears. I'm scared to death every day of my life. I've heard Grant say that. I wake up scared every
Sure.
day, and that's a guy with $300 million net worth, man. He never has to worry about money again, ever. If he didn't want to, like, he could just like go buy an island and retire. So right, so like the fact is, Bill have commit, man. Figure the rest out. Just commit. Go ahead and type it in there, Bill. Say, I will be at 10x Columbus. Come on, brother. You can do it, man. I know Bill can do it. So, Bill, I'd love to have you out here. Like I said, Frank Graniti's going to be out here. There's going to be some amazing people out here, man. A lot of people from Pennsylvania, bro. So,
That's right.
so look, if again, like I said, if you absolutely knew that you were going to walk away and add an extra $1 million to your bottom line, add an extra $1 million to your profits next year within the next 12 months, you would spend, hopefully you're smart enough to say, well, then I would spend $500,000 on a ticket if I absolutely knew that, right? Well, guess what? There's no guarantee, and the only reason there's not well, there is a guarantee. Grant said it. He said,
That's right.
if you come here and by noon you feel like you got ripped off, go to the back of the room and I will personally refund it. He said, I'll even let you stick around and have some lunch.
He did
So
say that.
like there's no way that you cannot get value out of this. There is absolutely no way that you're going to walk away from this unless you're just like, yeah, I go to conferences and I don't even like pay attention. I pay attention. I take lots of there are professional conference goers. There
Oh,
really
sure.
are. They go to conference after conference after conference after conference. They get all trained up. They get excited. They get back home and they shrivel back into their shell and they hide and they don't do what they just learned.
That's right.
It's I mean, we welcome those people too. Come on in, get a ticket. Maybe this will be the one that actually gets you to take action. Because the difference between people that make it and become super successful in life and the people that don't are excuses. And to answer Kevin Naylor's question, I have lost 22 pounds on 75
Boom.
hard. And I'm telling you, I can't even, I saw a weight on the scale today that I have not seen in years, and I'm pretty excited about that. But
That's awesome.
nonetheless, this isn't about 75 hard. This is about being at the 10X Columbus conference featuring Grant Cardone, who's going to be on stage speaking and teaching and boot camping, kicking you right in the rear end for 6-7 hours. I don't even know how many hours, man. How is it? Is it planned?
It's planned 6, but we all know that Grant goes heavy,
Yeah,
anytime that he's speaking. If you've been to one of his 3-day boot camps or a growth con,
yeah.
neither one of those let out for lunch or at the end of the day when he says, because he just over delivers and he over
Always.
promises always.
Always, always, always. In fact, at the growth conference, Ray Higdon, who's a buddy of mine, invited me to go hook up at a party with him and Jessica and a bunch of other people who are doing really well in life. And I was still there watching Grant and Russell Brunson and and who else came back out on stage. I don't remember, but it was incredible.
That's
It was
right.
just too I couldn't get away. Like it was too much happening and so I didn't make it to that party. Ray still hates me for that. But anyway, look, take time out of the equation. Go get look, if it's money is the issue, look, Jason already took care of that. He took like the tickets that are $97, which there aren't many left, they are
There's not.
$397. He took the price objection completely out of the equation. It's $97. If you
Yep.
can't come up with $97 for real, like if that is the case and that's why you can't be here, then you definitely need to be here. 1000%. If $97 is stopping you, that's the exact reason why you need to be here.
You got it. You need to find a plastic card and put it on there so you can figure out how $97 will never be the problem again.
And make the commitment that
That's right.
$97 will never be. And yes, Jill will definitely be there with us. And my quasi famous little girl, Abigail, will be there with us too. So, make sure. And I asked Abigail, I said, or we were on a live stream. I said, "Are you willing to sign autographs?" She said, "Sure." I don't know why anybody would want the autograph of a 9-year-old, but sure. But look, you guys, jump on this. I mean, honestly, I think that if 97 bucks is stopping you, man, that's the exact reason you need to be there. So
Absolutely.
anyway, hey man, I just wanted to hop on and tell a couple of GC stories. I think that
Yeah.
like, when and again, like I said to my wife, I think there's a lot of people also that go, well, I can just watch YouTube videos of Grant, or I'm on Cardone University. I can just get on there and learn everything I need to learn. And I like I said to my wife, who's never seen Grant live, never seen him in person. I said, you don't understand. Like
Yeah.
you just don't get it. Like I said, I don't even know how, I don't know how to explain it. It's something that until you've experienced being there and in it and like, you can't explain it. Can you
That's
explain
right.
what the thing, whatever it is, like?
It's energy, and you can't get that from a video.
That's true. It is, man. It's energy and it's real. He'll help you
Yeah,
go deep, man. He will help you dig deep and figure out what's going on and how
that's
to
right.
correct the course of action that you need to take. I'm telling you, it's going to be awesome. So, all right. Hey, man, thanks for jumping on. Thank you, guys. Thank you to everybody who shared this out. Thank you for your comments, your love. Brian Hess just popped on. What's up, my brother? So, listen, man, like, seriously, this is going to be life changing. Y'all need to jump on it. Let's roll. Let's do
Let's
this.
go.
All right,
See ya.
Jason, thanks, brother. I appreciate you, man.
Hey, appreciate you.
Yeah. Hey, don't hang up on me, though. Don't hang
All right,
up.
sounds
Let's
good.
end this. You guys have a great night. Thanks again for sharing this out. Appreciate y'all.